Hello, everybody, and welcome to this live meeting on August 5th, 2018. The meeting agenda, Parker, do you want to run through that?
Sure. Yeah, this is going to be a relatively short meeting. We'll cover the new integrations for coins, tokens, and features in ZelTrez. We'll talk about the coin tracking listings that we've gotten recently. The big one is CoinMarketCap. We'll talk about the crypto coin convention coming up soon this month. Roadmap recap, just a little short recap of what we've talked about the last couple of meetings. Spend a little bit of time with the translation campaign that just launched yesterday. And that should say just community discussion, but we'll have our community Q&A over on Discord so that we can have more people involved than on Hangouts, and also record it and upload it later.
Great.
So next slide is
the ZelTrez release. Let me just drag it over here one sec.
Okay. So the next release that's coming out today for ZelTrez has a few more coins and tokens added to it, being Komodo, Zencash, Snow Gem, and it looks like we're going to get Zcoin in on time.
Yep, just about.
Okay. So and Zcoin. So that's 4 coins, 2 new tokens, Civic and Stocks will be integrated also. And the big new feature for this release cycle is we have integrated Changely exchange services. So if you've seen ZelTrez recently, we've had Shapeshift added, and now there's also Changely support. So that'll add a few more coins and tokens that are able to be exchanged through the ZelTrez wallet.
That is both Zen, Zcoin, Komodo, and a few other of the new ones as well. So Civic Stocks, as well as some of the existing. So
yeah, it's a pretty good listing of coins to be exchanged in and out of ZelTrez.
Sorry for the slow internet for the lag on the live stream there, but yeah, it's a lot. We're getting a bit of a larger pool of coins. We've added a bunch of Equihash coins, and keep an eye out on the next release. We've been working tirelessly on it, and there's more stuff to come for sure. Today, do you have anything to add to that, or move on to the next?
You've covered it all.
You've covered it all. We'll go on to the next. The listing procedure, just a little advert as always. Any coin devs you know, any projects you like, tell them to reach out to us. There's the listing form on the website, or they can email listings@zeltrez.io, and we'll get back to them.
And just to add to the listing on ZelTrez, the reason we keep showing this up is because there's been a fair number of community members on Discord coming forward saying, I like this coin, I use this coin, things like that. And they actually have been reaching out to the project devs and getting them in touch with us. So it's been working really well, going through the community and also finding some of the coins on our own, like all the Equihash coins and things like that. So
for sure. So we've added to some coin trackers, the big ones really, as people see them. So CoinMarketCap and CoinGecko, finally. I think people see it as quite a large milestone. We've seen quite a lot of reactions from the community regarding it. So we're thankful to finally get that out of the way. I think that's really all there is to say about it.
Hold on, I just want to say one thing, Miles, and that is a big thank you to the community, especially with the CoinMarketCap scenario. As they were going through some internal challenges themselves, we got a host of rejections from them for honestly no reason at all. And we finally got the community involved and did a massive retweet campaign, and I actually had somebody reach out to me from CoinMarketCap and say, hey, you know, call down the dogs, let's work it out, and we got it listed. So I give a big congratulations to the community on that as well. So that's all on you guys.
Sure. Yeah. Thanks everybody. Well, how many retweets was it exactly? Something like 30, 50, something like that.
Yeah, it was
In the space of like,
it was way more than that. It was
oh,
in the
was
hundred.
it?
It was in the
Oh, it was in the
hundreds.
hundreds.
Yeah,
Wow.
yeah, because we had people that were tweeting, then retweeting, and then I mean, it really got inundated quickly, and I was pleased. So it worked out well.
Nice.
So
yeah, Parker.
So sorry, the slides are loading a little slow on my end, but I just wanted to go over the roadmap recap. We've had a fair amount of not criticism, but just questions on it that are a little poignant, and I wanted to describe where the roadmap came from and when it was designed or created. So just a quick recap is the white paper has been released. I think a fair number of people have seen that and commented and been very happy with it. Also, the ZelNode, we proposed the collateral and the VPS requirements. Everybody seems to be on board with that, and it makes a very healthy, reasonable ecosystem for ZelTrez. It's not, promising more than it can deliver on rewards. The system specs aren't insane, but they're very large because we will be using the actual node system compared to some other coins that just process transactions and things like that. One point I wanted to talk about is this one bullet item, which is bigger exchanges. Getting a fair amount of criticism on that for good reason. But bigger exchanges was added to the roadmap when we just had stocks.exchange, which still has a huge amount of the volume, but people were clamoring for new exchanges that weren't stocks.exchange. We spent a fair amount of time getting incorporated and listed with both Trade Ogre and Trade Satoshi, which I would consider bigger exchanges, about mid-tier exchanges compared to stocks.exchange. So arguably we met this milestone, but we met it so early that some people came on board to the project already having those exchanges listed. We will always continue to go for the big fish, something like Binance, but it will take time. We're barely, 6 months old, I think. Binance isn't going to list us after the first couple of months. So we'll continue that. We'll get on the voting rounds for Binance. We'll get on their info page. We'll do all that we can for the bigger exchanges.
For sure. I believe it takes a project sort of similar to us, not to name them, but from what I've researched, 12 months plus. Some of the projects that have been around to be added that don't have massive budgets. Yes, we can pay for larger exchanges that are, for example, maybe Cryptopia, but that's 5-6 BTC. That 5-6 BTC will much rather be spent on infrastructure costs and staff costs rather than listing on an exchange. I'd say I see it as much more beneficial using for development rather than using it on exchanges.
And I just want to add one thing to on top of that, Miles, and that is the fact that the process behind getting even considered for some of these exchanges is quite daunting. But it's always on our radar, and we're always pushing forward with it. But the other thing is we will not. There's a lot of smaller exchanges, so just for the sake of adding exchanges, we're not just going to add exchanges for the sake of adding exchanges. They want, some of them are 0.5 all the way up to 3 or 4 Bitcoin for a very small exchange. So we have decent size exchanges, and our emphasis and our attention is going to be placed in other areas. So we're going to continue to keep cultivating opportunities with Binance and Bittrex and Poloniex and some of these other higher tiered, but it isn't one of our. It isn't one of our major goals right now.
For sure. One thing I'd like to quote, after the CoinMarketCap listing, we were reached out by quite a few exchanges. Some of the quotes were ranging for exchange similar to stocks. One that had, so a top 80 was asking us for a BTC. We can't really verify because they haven't been around for very long. Another exchange was the top, I believe, 50 or 25, and they were asking between 16 to 20 BTC for a listing. That is one exchange asking for, over $100,000 to get listed on their exchange. That is quite a significant amount. when you start to put that in concept, what we can use that for development, and I'd say more useful allocation of funds for sure. So it'll come with time, like Daniel said, like Parker said, and to reiterate, yes, we're working on it, but we'd much rather focus on our tech than focus on paying for the largest exchanges to get listed.
And the only other thing I want to add to, Miles, is we are continuing. If you do have a community-based ad, we did submit for the Binance Round 8, and we will submit for Binance Round 9 to continue to keep pushing that forward. If we can get in those rounds, that's going to bring attention to the project. So if you do use an exchange that you guys know of and they are having a community-driven ad, please let us know and we'll take a look at it.
But what we won't do is we don't want to try and dilute more volume than it already is done. We don't want to keep adding these similar to stocks exchanges. So please vote for them, but we're not going to actively, I'd say, go out of our way to say, yeah, everyone go vote for this exchange.
No, I would agree.
Yep.
Okay.
Again, yeah.
Yeah, I put it in here because the questions keep coming up, especially about system requirements. The numbers that are here are really close to what will be utilized, what will be the requirements. There could be tweaks here and there, and we'll also build out some more of the soft requirements. Some people have been asking about bandwidth versus speed, storage space, things like that, and those will be fleshed out over time. Especially as we get closer to testnet, we'll solidify these numbers and possibly add a couple more here or there, but always open to answering questions about it. But for now, this is pretty much the table we have for the specs.
Yeah, the only spec I would say that might see some movement is the BAMF node, the 600 gig. That may see some movement down to a more rounded number, but the reason we picked 600 is when we looked at different VPS providers that were out there, that seemed to be a more middle of the road number that they offered. So that's where that came from. Dan, do you want to take this part?
Yeah, so just kind of another plug for Crypto CoinCon. If you got, not really a plug, but just to kind of, I want to try to generate some interest for it, especially since the fact it will be the first ever Zelcash community meetup. Will be held on Friday, August 17th. ZelTrez has been added. If you haven't checked out the website, go check it out, cryptocoincon.com. ZelTrez was added as a sponsor. They now have Bitcoin Private, Pivx, and I believe Dash or another major coin, and we can all have a privacy coin battle while we're there. Who's better, right? And Miles and myself will also be speaking at the event. So I think it's going to be a good time. So if you use the code ZEL45, you'll get a $45 ticket to come to an event. I mean, I can't even imagine $45. That's as cheap as could be. So if you're close by, jump in a car, jump in a plane, come on over and have some fun with us.
You get to meet pretty much the whole core team. We're only missing Parker off the core team. He's stuck at work. But me, Lumi, Tadeusz, we're flying over the pond to be there. So I think it'd be a nice hangout and to meet a few guys as well.
Well, can you go to the next slide, Mo?
Sure.
Yeah, thanks.
You got this.
Yep. So as some people have seen on Discord, we started a relatively large translations campaign. We did a first one for the Zel teaser video, but which was great, and it worked really well. The community really stepped forward. I think we got something like 15 languages for the teaser video. This campaign is going to be more of the written aspects of Zel. So we want to do the websites, obviously, like Zelcash, ZelTrez. We have the how-to guide that was released a few days ago for kind of the beginner's guide to the functionality of ZelTrez. Getting that translated, I think, will help a lot. And then we also have the marketing plan and white paper, which need to be translated to as many languages as possible. Since these are larger projects, lots of text, we we've done the bounty program. You can see to the right. I think that's pretty decent amount of Zel, especially compared to like mining or buying, to be able to start accumulating a little bit more off of projects besides mining or trading. Right now we have, I think, 24 languages slated for translation. Always accepting more if there's a need for those languages in any one of these items or all of them to be translated. The scripts are available on the Zelcash GitHub. The link is in Discord. And I'm hoping people will DM me on Discord to let me know that they plan to translate some or all of these items into a language. And that's in an effort to make sure that two people aren't trying to work for the same bounty, because we can't pay two people for the same languages at this point. So if you plan on doing any of the translations, please reach out to me and I'll add you to our tracker list.
So I just want to add, just imagine if you would have had an opportunity to translate the Ethereum white paper for 125 Ether. So think about that, guys.
As always, shouting at the community as a help. Guys, your graphic designer, turn up paint.exe and start hashing away at something, make some memes, make whatever you want, send it in. If we like it, we might use it for promotion. And we're also looking for t-shirt designs. No, I would have thought we would have got a bunch of funny t-shirt designs in. We haven't got any. So send in some t-shirt designs. The Zel store will be up in the next couple of weeks, hopefully, now that we're moving things a bit more forward behind the scenes. And PR, marketing, and graphics. So yeah, either message Parker or Daniel or Agent Smith, as you know. And yeah, that's where that sits. So this isn't quite the ZelNode Q&A. This is a Q&A for everything and anything. Feel free to join us in Discord for a quick chat. We'll be on probably for the next 15 minutes or so, just hanging out. So if you guys want to ask the team anything. Derek69, did you miss a lot? Yes, you did, buddy. You're going to rewatch the whole thing. Jump on Discord, have a chat with us, and hang out. Has anyone got anything else to add?
Nope. Once we get off this, I'll jump on the voice chat on Discord, and we'll record it and upload it after the meeting so that other people that couldn't join can listen in on the question and answer session. Great.
And the next ZelTrez release will be coming in the next few minutes/hours, so keep an eye out for that. All right, guys. Thank you. Bye-bye.